Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
This is Newcap News with Jeremy Thompson.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Last night, residents of the border city attended the 4th annual Fashion for Freedom show, an event geared towards promoting awareness for human trafficking. In addition to the show, there was also a clothing sale, with all proceeds going towards fighting the issue that plagues so many worldwide. Chris Chacon has more.
Human trafficking is a billion-dollar industry that forces millions of people into sexual exploitation, slavery, forced labor, and much more.
Human trafficking is a global issue. There's over 30 million slaves in the world today, and we are trying to do a small part.
You might think this issue only happens in faraway countries, but you'd be wrong.
It's in our neighborhood, it's in our community, and unfortunately the circle goes around Alberta and widespread Canada.
You go to the big cities here and it's such an issue, Calgary, Edmonton, places like that, and nobody understands or really realizes what goes on because we seem to be very blind to the issue of human trafficking.
For these reasons and more, organizations such as You Can Free Us are working towards ending this problem.
They go all over the world and I've just been really inspired by them, and so this is our 4th year raising money for them.
The funds were raised with a clothing sale in the daytime and a fashion show by night, with all proceeds going towards the rescue, aftercare, and rehabilitation of victims. In past events, roughly $20,000 was raised. Now with this year's clothing sale and fashion show, they hope to surpass that amount in the hopes of rescuing the men, women, and children involved in human trafficking. Chris Chacon, Newcap News.
For more than a decade now, students in the interior design program at Lakeland College have been winners. This is the 12th year in a row someone from the class has placed in the top 3 or received an honorable mention in the National Kitchen and Bath Association's annual design contest.
We're happy that the students succeed, and I guess that's it.
Instructor Fiona McLeod says her students entered 2 different competitions. The first is called Charrette.
And they need to design a kitchen complete with all dimensions, a design statement, a perspective drawing, finished in 3 hours. And this year, Laura Cobb won first prize, and she wins $5,000 scholarship.
Cobb also won 3rd prize in the design competition, a month-long project with a real client where students fully design a kitchen or bathroom.
The client came on the webinar and was talking about how pleased he was with the students' design and how they really tried to incorporate everything that she had suggested into their design.
In total, 3 Lakeland students beat out hundreds of other entrants from across the country. It's been a nice accolade for their resumes.
All the students who were winners, they are all working in the industry.
All 3 received scholarships, and 2 get a free trip to Vegas for the 2016 Kitchen and Bath Industry Show in January.
Well, this weekend, collectors of everything from old toy trucks to tin gas cans brought their prized possessions to the Lloyd Ex for the Fall Antique Show. The Wild Rose Pavilion was packed with buyers and sellers for the biannual sale. Reg Wolfley made the trip east from Edmonton to come show off items from his store to the crowds.
Some of the people that come by out of curiosity simply just like to go through the building and have a look at a lot of very, very unusual items.
Wolfley says if you want to be successful in the antique business, you have to really enjoy coming to shows like these. He's constantly looking for items to acquire and sell, and others for his own personal collection.
Some of the stuff you see here, we've got in here, is some of the things that we look at ourselves. For example, we'll look at books, or I just happened to come across yesterday a whole collection of tobacco pipes, and I just happened to want some of those, so I bought some of those.
Antiques and collectors will return to the border city in the spring.